Welcome back to the Ryan Nicholas Hour.
We're on.
We're live. We're recording. Still not live, though.
We will be soon.
We'll get there. We'll buy the cameras.
It's 38 degrees outside.
It is freezing. I don't know who controls the weather, but please turn it up. I hate it.
It's just going to get colder, too.
I know. Like, I complained about this in the first episode, but at the same time, it is so cold in this trailer in the morning. Like, when it is 32 degrees outside, it's what it is inside.
It might be colder inside.
Maybe, because it's all cooped up.
I don't know. But this trailer, I've slept in it, and I've woke up and gone outside, and it feels warmer outside than it does inside.
It does feel like that in the morning. It gets cold.
Yeah.
So, you
Welcome.
thought, yeah. So, we've realized there's no kind of plot or, like, theme.
We
So,
just talk about our day.
right. So, today we thought of a theme, and the theme was chosen by this man.
And some great ideas, too, on how to film and where to film.
Yeah. Big plans there.
Yeah.
Very doable.
Way doable.
Super.
You're going to have to remind me
Remind you of what?
what I thought about. Because I forgot.
You thought of a theme.
I know.
Story.
I didn't
Clutter.
think there's
Clutter.
Clutter. Yes.
We don't
clutter.
like clutter.
Clutter in life. You need to get rid of clutter in your life. Find clutter in your life and get rid of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how to bring that up, but I just brought it up today because walking around here, there's
A
shit
lot.
everywhere that's like not being maintained.
Or, like, it's not being upkept. There's no
Yeah.
purpose of it being there. It's just there.
Yeah, like the motorhome needs work. The yard needs work. The
The boat can
boat
go.
needs work. The razor needs work.
The dirt bikes need work. Like, there's a lot of work that needs to get done.
When you have a lot of stuff, you have a lot of clutter around that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then you find yourself buying things you think you're going to need that you'll use one day that you end up never using, but you still have. But you hang on to it.
Just in case.
That one day you might need it.
Yeah.
I think you need to get rid of stuff like that.
I think it's, I think it's a good cleanse.
Like, there's a ton of stuff. I was going through the garage today, and there's things that I bought, tools, hardware, that I'm looking at it, and it's just like, am I ever going to use this?
No.
No.
But you might.
I'll go buy it when I need it.
So we got to get rid of clutter because clutter's an issue. It's
Mhm.
a problem. It
Mhm.
gets everywhere, which ruins your mindset throughout the day.
Well, if you have too much of it, it becomes overwhelming.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, where do you start?
Okay. So I thought of a story just now. There's a boy and a horse walking through the woods, and the horse gets lost, right? Or the boy gets lost, and the horse.
Breaks his leg?
No.
Okay.
The boy looks at the horse and he goes, I don't know what to do. I'm lost. And the horse kind of looks back and he goes, can you see your next step?
The horse talks?
Yeah, the horse is like a talking horse.
So it's like a Mr. Ed.
Sure.
You know who that is?
No.
Mr. Ed was a TV show of a talking horse. A horse of a horse, of course, of course.
Mr. Ed.
The famous Mr. Ed.
This guy?
No, the horse.
Mr. Ed Horse?
No, you can see it right there.
Right where?
I don't know. I see a horse.
Mr. Ed talking horse.
I don't know. Click Mr. Ed talking horse. That's
Yeah.
all good.
No, I did.
All right, here we go. There
Okay.
you go. Let's play that. There you go. Just hit play.
It's slow, man. We still don't
No,
got
you
no
gotta
Wi-Fi.
hit. You gotta hit the play button.
No. Why would you hit the play button? This is the link.
Oh, well, I would just hit the play button. Anyways,
While that
so
loads.
while that's loading, that's a talking horse. Go on.
Anyway, the horse looks at the boy and he goes, just take your next step. Like, take the first one, you know? When you look at a big task.
Well,
and
he
you kinda
probably
get
already took a bunch
overwhelmed.
because he got lost.
Yeah, but if he's trying to get unlost, you're trying to get to that point of like, hey, I'm down here. I need to start climbing back up. You got to just take the first step.
But what if he takes the first step in the wrong direction and gets further lost?
Well, then I think you need to think about your first step a little bit.
Yeah.
Because there is a map to the solution.
So what's the rest of the story?
That's it.
That's it?
Yeah, just take the first step. That's the moral.
That's a horrible story.
I'm a horrible storyteller. That's the issue. Is I'm really bad at storytelling.
The horse, like, the boy's lost. He looked at the horse and said he was lost. And he said, well, just take the next step. And he's like, okay. In any direction?
Yeah, because if you don't take the first step, you're just kind of sitting there.
But what if you take the first step further in the wrong direction?
It's better than no step at all.
I mean, I
would
guess
be my answer to that.
It's better than no. Well, I don't know, because what if someone's out looking for you?
Well, then at some point,
and if you stayed where you were at, you might have got found.
I guess, yeah.
I guess where was that analogy or that story told? In what? What's the word I'm looking for? In what's it called when someone plays a short clip of something and leaves out all the important part of the story to make it look different?
Is that me?
No, I'm saying there's a term for that.
A horrible storyteller, which is what I am.
No, it's called
so
something. No, it's called something like, so like, say like a comedian does a bit, right? And then someone posts it on YouTube and says, look at this guy, he's racist, because they only played this little 30-second clip out of like a 5-minute bit.
So he's kind of portraying it in a different way than it's
no,
intended?
it's there's a term for it. It's the.
I have no.
Why
clue.
am I drawing a blank?
I have no clue.
Wow. I can't think of it right now. I'm stuck.
I'm stuck too.
No, I'm really trying to think like about it right now. It's when you it's like context. It's taken out of context. You know, it's like context is everything.
It is.
So like that story, where I'm going with this is that story you told. What's the context?
I have no clue.
Okay. At least I remember there was the context.
Well, it's just a boy on a horse.
Because I was listening to a podcast about Tony Hinchcliffe. You know who that is?
I have no clue.
Kill Tony.
Oh yeah, I've seen Kill Tony. He actually does some really cool stuff.
Yeah, but Tony Hinchcliffe, like there was this thing when he did like a bit on like, I don't know, it was a Thursday walk-on show, and there was another comedian there, Pandan or Pandon or something like that.
Okay.
And Tony had recorded his whole set. He recorded like I think the whole set of him and the other guy. And the other guy asked whoever's in charge of the club if he could record his set and like whatever. I guess I don't know if you're allowed to record or not record. So this Pandan recorded the whole set and put out like a clip of like Tony Hinchcliffe saying like not race. I don't know. He's like, you stupid. You know, I don't
comedy, like just some darker comedy.
Yeah, like making fun, like a comedian making fun of another comedian.
Yeah,
you know, nothing, no big deal. Well, then he ended up using it and tried to get Tony like canceled, and all the news media outlets went out on it, and just like it was like this 3-day long thing where like his
reputation.
Well, the company that signed him dropped him.
Oh.
He wasn't allowed to perform at comedy clubs. Like, he was getting calls from everybody saying, hey, sorry, man.
We're shutting you down.
We're shutting you down.
Yeah.
Like, you're not allowed to perform here. Like, his age, not his agent, like his man. Hey, there it is. It just says YouTube up there.
That's okay. It's probably recording here. I missed it.
Anyways.
Where were we?
Well, Tony Hinchcliffe. So like,
okay.
Like, so
he got the cancel assassination attempt.
Yeah, attempt.
60s sitcom and complete
Oh.
DVD set. Like what? Oh no. Rom-com. Relive the misadventures of Wilbur Post and his troublemaking sidekick, Mr. Ed.
What kind of a name is Ed for a horse?
What kind of a name is Wilbur for a man?
I just don't understand.
Mr. Ed.
It's bigger than both of them.
Now available on DVD.
So was that the horse with the little boy?
I guess.
They got
no,
lost.
No, that was not the horse with the little boy. Oh my god.
Anyways, so yeah, it was like this crazy thing, and like it ended.
Okay. So what's the end of this story?
It ended up being this guy was trying to like further his career by trying to take this guy out, and just a bunch of shady shit. Long story short, it was all debunked, and like he got hired by a bigger like agency, and like he it just made him 10 times bigger.
Right.
Like he grew so much, he got such a bigger audience.
It's a lot of popularity.
Yeah, so like they actually helped him because like he didn't do anything wrong. He knew what he like. They were everybody was calling for his head. You need to apologize. You need to do this. You need to do that. And he was just like, oh, I didn't do anything wrong, man. It's just two comedians. Like this is what we do.
Right.
This is my comedy.
This is what I do.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you're telling me I need to start apologizing for what I've been doing for the last 16 years of my life? No. You know, and like a couple comedians, like that big dude, fucking oh god, Gil. What's his name?
No clue who this big dude is.
He's like the big. I'll have to call him something right now, but him and then Ari, the guy that dosed Bert.
No clue. You followed this. I have no clue who any of these.
You don't know who
people
Ari
are.
is?
No.
Ari's the guy that dosed Bert on. Remember when Bert Kreischer got dosed on? You don't follow comedy at all?
No, I don't follow the comedy scene like you. Wow, that's crazy.
I don't know his name. Ari. I just know his name's Ari, but he went to Bert's house to do a podcast and gave him like not ecstasy. He gave him something. And, like, put it in his drink and said, let's take a shot. They took a shot, and Bert's just, like, starting to feel weird. He's like, yeah, I gave you,
Oh, I did hear something about that. On the Man Cave?
Yeah.
Is that Bert's podcast?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, the Man Cave.
And he's like, dude, you gave me freaking drugs at my house in front of my kids? And he had to fly that night, so he was having panic attacks trying getting on a plane. It was kind of funny, but, like, dude, you can't
do that.
drug people.
No.
I mean... Like, I don't know. Like, kind of like how Tony Diaz, roofied Tom Segura.
So comedians just randomly drug each other?
Yeah, well, Tom's lightweight when it comes to weed. Like me. Like, he likes 10 milligrams. And that's what I like. If I'm going to do weed, I'll do a 10 milligram gummy. I'm good for, like, the day, the night.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Give me 20, 30, 40.
I'll be asleep.
I'm going to sleep.
Yeah, I'm going to bed.
Or I'm panicking. I'm paranoid. I'm just like, what
I don't want to do anything tomorrow kind of thing.
Yeah. So, like,
Yeah.
I'm a 10 kind of guy. If I do edibles or weed, which I rarely do, but if I do, 10's my number. So, like, Tom, he went and saw Joey Diaz. You know Joey Diaz,
Yeah,
right?
Joey Diaz. The Italian.
Yeah.
Funny dude.
Yeah, he's hilarious. So he goes up and he's like, I got something for you for Tom. And he's like, well, what you got? He's like, I got you. Here, take one of these. They're 10s. He's like, oh, no, they're not. He's like, no, they're 10s. He's like, I don't think so. Joey Diaz poured like 5 in his hand, ate them. He's like, yeah, they're 10s. Here, take one. So Tom, they must be 10s. He just took like 5. They ended up being 200s. So,
like 800 milligrams of edibles?
No, they're pills.
Oh. Okay.
But he said they were like 10 milligram, like THC pills or whatever.
But it was like 200 milligrams.
Per pill, but Joey
Right.
Diaz took like 5.
Right. So he took like
1,000.
Not even 800, 1,000.
Like Joey Diaz is like nuts when it comes to weed.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a ton.
That's too many.
Yeah. Well, Tom had a 200 when he's good with like 10.
Okay.
He's like, what'd you do this to me for? He's like, you need a reset. You needed it. It's good for you. I was like, dude, I'd be like shitting my pants if someone gave me a 200 milligram pill and told me it was a 10.
I'd be off my ass.
Because, like, like after the first 15, 20, 30 minutes, you start to feel a little fuzzy. 40 minutes, an hour, you're like, oh, you're cool. You're
and
good.
then it's like 2 hours in, 3 hours in.
But on 10, you're good.
Yeah.
But then 200, like
Yeah.
I did a long, when edibles first came out, I didn't know anything about them, right? I was like, oh, my shop neighbor had brownies.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So he had brownies, and so he's like, here's, how much do I eat? He's like, just eat the whole thing. They're space cakes. I'm like, oh, okay. They're 100 milligram. I'm like, well, okay. I didn't know any better.
Yeah. They're space cakes.
That's what they were called. This is like back when
That's a
you
good little name.
like they didn't have dispensaries. It was still kind of like legal, not legal.
Yeah, it wasn't like on every single corner yet.
No, you went to some dude's trailer in his back property with a bunch of green arrows that said weed, and he was there for like a month, and all of a sudden it's like gone, and you got to find another one on Weed Maps. It's like they were just these shady trailers that popped up everywhere, and
That's so scary.
sketchy, but whatever, it's illegal. But there were these space
Right.
cakes. I ate the whole thing, and it was just like, man, dude, it was like being on a rocket ship, and it just took off. And like once it started going, it didn't stop. Like I'm like hour and a half, 2 hours, and I'm still climbing. Just like, dude, like when
Put
is
me
this,
down.
when is this gonna stop?
Yeah.
It was like a good 6 hours of just like, holy shit. I did it at work. Wasn't expecting that.
No.
Got nothing done except for holding on to my chair. Probably watched a bunch of YouTube videos.
Yeah. Can't relate to that kind of day.
No. So I learned my lesson right there. So I could imagine like someone giving you something, telling you what you know what it's supposed to do, and then it does,
And then it does the complete
20 times
opposite.
worse. Yeah. So I don't know how we got on that from clutter.
I don't either. I was kind of thinking about that.
Okay. Well, because clutter's kind of boring.
It is.
But if you can
We
remove
thought
clutter,
it was going to be a topic, but then it felt like
well, not a topic. I just think we need to have topics.
we
talk
need to
about.
have, yeah, like we definitely need to brainstorm more.
No, you know what was cool?
What was cool?
We went to dinner tonight.
Yes. Okay. So, I got a ribeye,
Yeah,
16-ounce
we
ribeye.
both got ribeyes.
We went
Dude,
to,
it's cold when I come in here, and then after I just sit here and do nothing, it gets hot.
Can't relate. I'm always cold. So we went to the Nugget for dinner, and I got a steak, my dad got a steak, and my mom got a salad.
We went to Stockman's,
Yeah, but that's like the Nugget. It's in the Nugget.
but it's called Stockman's.
Stockman's Steakhouse.
Yeah, it's not really a steakhouse, but okay.
No, it's not.
It's probably the best place to eat in town other than Oja's.
I would agree.
Those are probably the two top places.
Yeah,
If-
there's like Oja, and then there's Stockman's.
those are if you wanted to go somewhere that's going to be like kind of like, I won't say on the higher. They're probably the two most expensive places to eat in town.
Definitely.
But
I mean, dinner was what, like 119, 120?
130.
Yeah.
130.
Like that's an expensive dinner for three.
Me, you, and Mom.
Yeah, for three.
But me and Mom got salads and soups, and you know, we all drink waters. So
You got a soup.
yeah. But
So I
It was
got
good.
a mushroom and cream soup.
Yeah,
It was soup
how-
of the
how
day.
was it?
It was good. It was different. A lot thicker than I thought it would have came.
they usually have I like when they have a seafood
Yeah,
soup.
like a shrimp.
I forgot what it's called. They have a seafood soup there that's really good. And then
What's in it?
I don't know. It's like clam chowder, but with everything. But then
Mine kind of did taste like clam chowder, except for it being a clam, it was a mushroom. That's kind of what it tasted
it's
like.
probably the same base.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
But yeah, you get that with the shrimp scampi, and it's a good meal.
Yeah,
The
I
seafood.
love shrimp. I thought about getting a salmon, but then I thought to myself, like, there's no water anywhere. Where did the salmon come from?
The ocean. Actually, all salmon probably comes from either a farm or, and the farm could be in the middle of the desert.
I guess so.
Probably not though.
But
They
either way,
all probably
either
come.
way,
They probably come from like Canada.
well, my fish used to come from Newport, so
Well, you don't know that.
I'm sure they did.
No.
Ugh.
When you go to a restaurant in Irvine or Newport or anywhere, you're getting fish from Cisco, wherever that place. Unless you're going to a high-end restaurant that gets like fresh catch of the day that
Yeah.
like caught that day, but you're not getting that at Taco Bell.
No, definitely not.
Um,
But like Shorebird was
so,
a
anyways,
really
we
good
went to
restaurant.
dinner.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So we went to dinner.
Yeah, and I don't know.
My steak was horrible.
Mine was overcooked.
Mine was undercooked.
Mine was overcooked. We should have traded.
Is that what it was?
Mine was overcooked.
Couldn't cut it. The knife they gave me was duller than anything.
Okay, well, I didn't really
else.
bring this up to talk about dinner.
Oh,
I brought this up because Jennifer Gibbons texted Mom.
yes. Hello, Jen.
Name
Hello,
drop.
Grant.
Name drop. Well, I thought we discussed that we weren't going to drop names, but people I don't care. We talked about Maddox the other day, so who cares?
Yeah. I love that they watched it.
But that was pretty cool that
It
Jen
was rad.
your mom's like, I did not buy weights and keep the protein powder. I'm like, yeah, you did. Like, you do it all the time. You get BOGOs, buy one, get ones, and you take the buy one back and keep the get one. You do it all the time. She's like, give me an example. I'm like, oh, I can't think of it right this second. But yeah, it was funny.
It was funny.
But it was just cool that, like,
The perfect person texted about it.
yeah, but like what we're doing here made it to somebody
Yes.
that made her reach out to mom. And I thought that was cool.
Yeah, that's a special little impact there.
I thought that was really cool. You know, I don't know where this is going to go.
No clue.
And I think that was very rewarding.
Yeah, for just posting. Like, that was very, yeah.
To have mom and Jen, because I don't know when they've texted last. It's probably been a long time since they've ever talked or text.
Probably, yeah.
But for them to reach out and kind of, oh, we need to get together. Yeah, we do.
Like,
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then you showed me a little video of Grant watching. I'm like, dude, you and Grant talk? You're like, oh, we haven't talked in a long time, probably. But, it's just cool.
Yeah.
Like, we used to all be super tight and hang out all the time. Grew up on the same street. And it's like...
Next door neighbors.
As you grow, you grow
butt
apart.
in the, like, mile run races in elementary school.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crushing it.
Well, once we get this podcast to that level of, like, where we're talking about taking it, it's going to be pretty cool to go, like, to different places and set up.
I'm really excited to, like, migrate.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to... Oh, my gosh. And the billboards for the migration movie. We're gonna migrate.
I need to call Mike on that.
Should they have got it?
He should have got it yesterday. But I've been in bed sick the last day and a half.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't wake up till noon today. So I went to Vegas for, like, 2 hours in the morning. I was like, I'm going home. And I went home, and I think I went straight to bed. I was in bed by, like, noon yesterday. And then didn't wake up till, like, noon today.
So, yeah.
It's a good 24-hour nap.
But you needed it. You've been working. You've been working.
Well, yeah. When I get sick, I know if I keep working through it, I just get sicker.
Yeah. You need that initial, like, just rest real quick.
Like
You're like a Tesla. You just need to, like, recharge real quick. You just need to, like, shut down.
I just
plug
know the minute I feel like when I could feel sickness coming on, it's like within a day or two, it's just like a couple sniffles and dude, it's gone. Like my body like works it off and it's out of here. But then when I start feeling my muscles get a little weak and then like I'm like getting these headaches, I never get headaches.
No, I rarely get headaches.
I never get headaches. Like Tylenol, like your mom and sisters eat Tylenol like it's like
candy.
Like it's going out of business.
Right.
Like Tylenol is like candy to them. Like
I don't ever eat Tylenol.
I've never taken Tylenol. I think I've taken Tylenol maybe in the last 20 years. I've probably taken 6 Tylenol pills.
I'm probably at 6 from like when I was in 6th grade.
I mean, I've taken a lot of other shit. That's
not Tylenol.
That's not over the counter.
It's not government grown.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, I don't get sick often, and and when I do, I know the best way
takes you out
is to just sleep it off and not overwork my body. Because I've tried, if I work through it, it just gets worse and worse and worse. My throat starts like it's just like oh crap,
nonstop,
and then it goes from like. So like Monday I felt a little sniffly. Tuesday was like, oh, I think I'm getting sick. Yesterday I was like, fuck, it's here. So there's like crash. And I get up today and now I'm like, my throat sounds different. Like I sound different, I think, but I feel fine.
Yeah, like your voice changes at the end of it.
Yeah, like I feel fine now.
Like
I can
tell you're feeling in much better spirit. You just have like the occasional cough.
I mean, we went for a Maverick ride today.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Took the Maverick.
Took the dirt bike out.
Pulled them out of because I got out. I had to cut some stuff down on the CNC, so I went and opened up the garage, and I was like, oh man, it's such a mess in here because I was like, I did like 3 different projects and I didn't clean up after any one of them, so. I started cleaning up, and I was like, all right, I got to put this stuff on this side, so I opened up, because instead of going through the doorway between the 2 garages, it's easier to go around the 2 doors. So I pulled the Maverick out. So I pulled it out so I can take stuff from one side to the other. And then next thing I know, you got home.
I got home from work, and
I-
I see the Can-Am just sitting outside of the garage, and I go, "You must want to go for a ride."
Yeah,
So
I was in the house.
Yeah, so I immediately went to go grab my helmet and my boots, and just went in the work jeans and a jacket.
Yeah, I
Put the
came
helmet
I
on.
came walking back out of the house to get back to work in the garage, and you were on a dirt bike. I'm like, oh, we're
Trying
going.
to fire it up. Took a little bit.
I'm like, we're going for a ride.
Yeah, we're cruising.
So like,
Aired up the tires and went to the lake
yeah.
bed.
Well, at first you took off out the gate. I'm like, oh, maybe we're just going to that dirt hill, you know.
That's where I went. That was my original plan.
Yeah, we stopped at the dirt hill, and you're like, you want to go to the lake bed? I'm like,
Well, because
yeah.
you were out there. It was like, we could just do another little, I don't know, 10-minute ride, and we're at the lake bed.
Yeah,
And then cruise back.
Yeah.
So we were out. We went. It was.
I wish
good.
we took a firework though.
That would have been amazing.
'Cause I got one sitting up there in the rack, and like I don't know, it's like.
One that didn't go off in our garage.
No, this is this one someone gave it to me.
Oh, cool. We should have thrown it in the tire.
It's like 32 shots, like the box.
Oh,
So it's like
that would have been sick.
like a big square one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not just one that just.
That would have been sick.
So it would have been cool. I mean, we can go out there tonight and light it off.
What time is it?
I got
9:25. We are seriously the Ryan at 9.
the Ryan at 9.
The Ryan Nicholas Hour at 9. Every night, I feel like we record at 9.
Well, it's because we're busy with the day because
Yeah.
we have obligations.
We do.
So we got to
We
get
have
our
responsibilities.
we got to get responsibility and obligations done.
Mhm.
This doesn't generate revenue.
No,
but
it
this
does not.
But it's important that we do it. You know
I'm glad you're on the same wavelength as me there.
what?
Like, it's just important to do it.
Yeah.
Like, something we got to do.
And then, like, we could have did it when you got home from work, but we went for the ride.
Right.
And
Which
then-
I'm glad we did.
And then your mom's leaving tomorrow to Georgia for 3 days to go see her sister.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, well, let's go to dinner tonight, the three of us, before she leaves.
Yeah.
Go spend time with her because we're going to drop her off at the airport in the morning before we go to that stock thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, well, then we had to.
Last little hoorah
Well, not.
for the weekend.
Well, I knew we had to record this
Oh.
because we could have blew it off and said we'll do it tomorrow.
No,
But I was like, this needs to kind of go up tomorrow, hopefully.
it does. I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll get it there. It'll be up tomorrow.
I mean, whether you do it in the like, because like we got to leave at 6 to get mom to the airport by 7, and we don't have to be to the West End until 9, so we got 2 hours to kill. So we can go.
I'll figure it out.
What?
I'll get it up.
Oh, I mean, you don't have to do it here. You can do it tomorrow in the morning.
Yeah, but I'll get it up.
I'm planning on going to Ellis Island for steak and eggs.
That would be amazing because now we can get there before 11.
Well, we'll be there at 6:30.
Yeah, real early.
No, we'll be there at 7:30.
So our stock
I got-
seminar starts at 9:30. Mom's flight takes off at 6:30. We need to leave here.
8:15.
So we need to leave here at like 6
Yeah,
to get her there by 7.
yeah.
At which point we will be at Ellis Island at 7:30.
Yeah. And we'll be there for about, I don't know, 45 minutes. I'd like to play that Mo Mummy game.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Which puts us there by 8:30 to
Well,
the seminar.
it's at the West End. I don't know where that's at.
We'll figure it out.
I know, but if at the West End, could be 45 minutes away from Ellis. And we're getting closer to the race.
Oh my gosh, I don't even want to talk about the race.
So that, like we have to drive on the racetrack to get to Ellis Island.
Yeah.
So the F1 race, the traffic might be getting worse and worse and worse down there.
It is.
More and more roads
because
are
more people are coming too.
well,
Like
and-
for F1, they're here a week
and
early.
they have to lay a special road down. Like they have to put a special like something down for the cars. So once
So when cars get driven over it, it ruins that section of the road
well
for the drivers.
once they do that, we can't drive on it. So
So
they'll
now
start.
we got to navigate around.
So like right there on Caval and Harmon.
Mm-hmm.
So Ellis is on Caval. Harmon is where the cars come out of that main
Yeah.
raceway. That whole area might get permanently shut down so they can do the roads, and then we can't drive on it. So
For 3 years.
no.
Okay, so they do
The
it,
race
they
is on-
do it every year.
What's the date?
Today is the 9th.
Because the race is like the 14th to the 19th.
Mm-hmm.
So
So probably like 2 weeks. Maybe like a week. After race day, we could drive on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they'll probably start taking everything down. It's going to come down. They're going to do 3 races a year, I think, or something.
I
like
know,
that.
but is it always going to be there?
Everything they built's going to be there, but
Right.
but we could drive on the roads. It's just like the Long Beach Grand Prix. You ever been down to Long Beach?
I've been to. Oh, sorry. I thought I had to sneeze.
So they have the
I've
Long-
been up to Long Beach.
Well, they have the-
Oh my God, there it was.
So they have the Long Beach Grand Prix, and like when you drive around the streets of Long Beach, there's like burnouts on the
road.
like down there by the convention center. There's like a bunch of burnouts where one of the turn is. And it's not burnouts. It's just like the cars making the turn.
Yeah.
So it's
But
gonna be
since
like
they're
that.
going so fast.
A lot
How
of people.
fast do F1 cars How fast do F1 cars go?
230, 240.
Around turns too?
You have the computer.
Okay, let's figure this out.
A lot of people are complaining though. Like I think F1 drivers, because the F1 track in Vegas is really bland.
Is it 233? Should we look at the layout of the
Watch.
Las
Pull it-
Vegas?
pull it up.
Yeah.
Like they had it in like 1980 or 1982 or 1986 in Vegas before. Like if you do a comparison from where it was,
So
yeah,
the
click
first
one of those. I don't care. Oh no, click the red one.
This one.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you could see like okay, so back there in that back right corner in the top. Up,
Sorry.
up.
It's not letting me go.
Okay. No, you don't have to click on it. Just yeah, right there.
Okay.
Put your cursor. Okay. So that back right corner,
Okay.
right there, that's right where the cursor is. That's Ellis Island, like right there. So right there is Caval and Harmon. So
Okay.
you could see where this condo is right there. Keep going to the right with your mouse.
Oh, right here.
Yeah. So there's condo.
Right.
So that's where, because I've taken you down there before. So the race.
Not us, just just FBI site mapping.
What?
Nothing.
But like, look, if you look at the racetrack, it's pretty boring.
I
Like,
mean,
they're gonna come
you're
out of
going
there.
233 though.
Yeah, but it's just a big straightaway down Las Vegas Boulevard.
Oh,
So it's a big straightaway,
I see that now.
and then they come around by whatever hotel that is. They go around the MSG Sphere.
Boom here.
So it's like now pull up the Las Vegas F1 race in like 1980 something. Yeah, so look at the track. It's a big square. There's no turns.
No, there's like one bend and then like a turn or two.
It's like that's it.
So
but like watch
1980?
Yeah, 1980 or go. Yeah, I don't know.
1980. Caesar's Palace Grand Prix.
That might be it. But look at that. Look at the difference. That black and white one.
Yeah.
Like look at all the turns.
Yeah.
Like that's a track.
Dude.
Like you got 14 turns. Coming into turn 8, turn 13, turn 12, turn 3, turn 4, turn 2. Like it's an exciting race, man. There's a lot of technical there. Like it's technical.
Yeah.
A lot of like you can't just pin it. Like you look at the track, like these race car drivers of F1 are just saying this track sucks. It looks like it's more of a spectator sport now. Like they built it.
They made it safe.
No, they didn't make it safe. They just made it so everybody can go to Vegas and watch cars go down Las Vegas Boulevard.
That's kind of a cool like concept there.
Yeah, but that's not what the racers want. They want to race. Like look at Google F1 race tracks.
F1 racetracks.
Like, what is, like, the standard, I guess? Like, what do most tracks look like? Like, look at them. They got lots of turns and curves.
Yeah.
So you get a little straightaway, but then you have, like, all these turns. Like, how many turns are in there? There's a lot.
Yeah.
You know?
Speed trap. Don't know what that means.
But it just seems like the one in Vegas, there's just no...
A lot of straight.
It's all straight. Long-ass straightaways. No turns.
That one's kind of like that.
I don't know. What's the whole track look like?
I don't know.
That's only showing you, like, one small section of it.
Anyways, F1 is ruining Vegas.
F1's definitely ruining Vegas right now. Getting around down
Also,
there
Vegas
sucks.
is ruining F1 because the F1 racers don't want a boring track.
That's the racers are the
Yeah.
ones complaining. That, and there's a lot of, like, from what I've seen on, like, other YouTubers and podcasts, like, that, like, the waitresses and the bartenders, they're
Have a
all...
3-hour commute to work now.
They just have longer
That's
commutes because all the
crazy.
roads are closed. And then, you know, this isn't, like, capping on anybody, but a lot of other cultures aren't, like, they're not, there's no tipping culture. Like,
Nobody tips when you're a waitress in Europe.
I don't know. I heard that other cultures they don't have tipping in their, like, they don't go anywhere. Like Vegas is like, if you're not from Vegas or Nevada or lived here, you don't understand it. 'Cause, like, you tip everywhere. You
Yeah.
tip everywhere. Everywhere is tip. Like, this town is built on tipping. But you go live in, like, San Diego or, like, you don't tip.
You don't tip.
You tip if you go to dinner. That's it. But everything out here is you tip for drinks. You tip for someone to go get your car. You tip for everything. You know?
Maybe that's why there's no state tax.
I mean, you worked at Starbucks out here.
I did. Oh
How
my
mu-
gosh. Okay.
How much more money did you get? You worked at Starbucks in Irvine. You worked at Starbucks here.
Yeah.
Where did you get more tips?
I got way more tips out here. So my
By
average.
how much?
I was gonna break it down.
Break it down.
I'm working on it.
Junior.
Oh.
I won't interrupt you.
You keep interrupting. So, out here, I used to get $50 a week in tips, which is really good for just making coffee for like.
And how many hours do you work a week?
That was probably like 30.
Okay.
Good chunk. Now down in Newport, I was making.
Did you work in Irvine or Newport?
I was in Newport Beach.
So you worked at a Newport Beach
Beach
Starbucks. Okay. Where there's
I got
plenty of millionaires.
Lots of them. Like $9 a week in tips
Yeah, it's crazy.
with 27 hours of work
Now let me put it like the Starbucks you worked at in Nevada. Where was it?
per rump.
A very, very, very,
Very small town, like population of maybe 40, 50,000.
yeah, small town.
Small town.
It's like on the outskirts of Vegas. This is where people come out here to buy a house that can't afford to live in Vegas now.
Yeah.
It's like I call it the Corona of LA. You know, it's like, you know, there was a time when you couldn't afford to live in LA, so you moved to Corona.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you made the commute into LA. That's what this town is. You know, it's growing. It's growing a lot. But to compare it to tipping, you would think you'd make way
So much
more
money with the
tips
millionaires, but
in,
no.
in Newport Beach.
No, there's
So
no tipping culture.
So that's just like an example of the tipping culture. People don't get
Yeah,
it. So
people tip out here.
So these people, the hospitality workers, let's call them that, like hospitality workers.
Yeah.
Because like
Like
even
hotels, they
hotel
need people to
staff,
wash
like-
laundry. Like yeah,
they all
there's
get
a lot
tips.
of work. Yeah.
You know, like a lot of people tip their the person that takes care of their room. You know, like there's a lot of tipping. You tip your casino hosts, you know, if you got one.
Definitely don't have one of those.
But there's a lot of tipping. And other, like here in America,
Other
Europe,
cities,
other countries,
yeah, but other states, other cities, other cultures.
they don't get that.
No.
Me and your mom were at Stratosphere on Saturday night, and we're out there gambling, and there's like this couple, you know, and I'm like minding my own business, but I just couldn't help but notice because this lady, like, they're not from here, you know, they didn't speak any English because the cocktail waitress was like trying to talk to them, and they just were like, you know, and I'm not knocking on them or anything, like I want them to have a good time, but they just don't understand, so it's not their fault. But the lady, she's like holding up her drink. She's just like, one of these. And the waitress is like, well, what was it? Bring me another one. Like, it sounded rude
Yeah.
because she probably didn't know how to say it in her language, you know?
Yeah.
It'd be like me being in another country trying to talk to somebody that doesn't speak English. And then, like, it was like she's feeding her husband as he's gambling. Like, it was just kind of gross, but, like, you know, she's like holding up a Modelo, and she probably had like a margarita because it looked like a green drink with whatever.
Yeah.
But just like totally rude the way they ordered their drinks, and like they like no smiles, just like blank stares. And the lady brought their drinks, and like they just no tip, no nothing, just like expected it. And it's like, God, it's like I'm thinking to myself, how rude, but like they don't know. Maybe they do, but I don't think they do.
I wonder if Vegas, like, Vegas workers that are like waitresses and bring drinks have a certain reputation because they live in like Vegas.
Well, I mean, I don't know what you mean by
Like
that.
like a person who grew up in Maine has always heard the rumors of Vegas and like the people that walk there and the workers and the girls in the dresses kind of reputation. Do you think that when people go to Vegas they kind of see that at all?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm talking about tipping.
Yeah.
Guy,
no.
girl, dress, pants. I don't care.
Okay.
I don't know where you're going with that.
I thought I was going somewhere, but I guess I'm going nowhere.
I wasn't following you. I'm just saying that, like, a lot of other countries and types of people, cultures of people, just they don't tip not because they don't want to. They just don't know. You know? Maybe they know. I would think. I don't know. They just, like, if someone walks by and you want a drink, yeah, give me a beer.
Yeah.
And they come back, how much is it? Oh, they're free. Oh, okay. Cool.
Here's a tip.
No, they don't even do that.
Right. But that's what you would do. I know.
That's what me and
Following
you would do because we've seen it. We've done, like,
yeah. No, it's what you do.
it's what we learned.
Yeah.
But people that didn't know that, they don't tip. And there's a lot of that going to be coming in from F1. So, like, I guess where I was going with it, there's a fear of a lot of hotel workers might be calling off. And everything's going to be understaffed and everything's
I
going to
would
be
call off.
everything's going to be super crowded.
It's super busy.
Like, it's like, dude, it's going to take me extra long to get to work.
And now I have to
And
work
I have to
extra
deal
hard.
I have to deal with a bunch of rude people from other countries that typically don't tip.
Right.
I'm taking the day off.
Mm-hmm. I'm staying home today. I'm sick.
Yeah. No. So but then, I mean, there is people with money that know how to tip, but I'm just saying majority of the people that come to Vegas.
It just depends on how you were raised, where you were raised. That's it. At the end of the day, it's how you're raised.
But if you're raised somewhere where there's no casinos and, like, you
right,
don't know.
right. Just depends on how you're raised.
If you come to Vegas and you get cocktails and you have someone park your car, tip.
Tip everywhere you go. Be a gentleman.
I mean, it's getting so bad that
gentle
some of the
lady.
casinos are starting to charge for valet because people can't tip.
So, well, that's in Newport too.
Well, everywhere charges for valet that's not Vegas.
Yeah.
You used to be able to, like, when I was your age, 20, well,
Really?
you're 19.
You used to be able to just be like valet, and then it would just be tip.
Everywhere in Vegas was free valet.
That's pretty cool.
Everywhere in Vegas is free valet. It was.
Right.
Free parking, too.
That doesn't exist for me.
No. Like, if you... Me and Mom, when we were 21, 22, 23, we came to Vegas. It didn't matter. MGM, Excalibur, Mandalay Bay. It didn't matter. No matter where you went, we valeted. You just rolled up, got your
Got
bags.
out. Yeah.
Dude got in your car, gave you a ticket. He went and parked it. You went in. You came out to get your car. You gave him $5-10, whatever you had, you know.
Yeah.
You just tipped. But you didn't have to pay for valet.
You could have just got in.
You get in your car and you go. And if you didn't want to tip, then you just self-parked.
Yeah.
And they didn't charge. Now
valet costs money, and
it's
then
like
you got to
20
pay for parking.
Yeah.
You got to do both.
Like Stratosphere used to be free to park. Now it's like $40 or something.
Yeah, something ridiculous. When we came down for EDC, I think we paid probably like $80 for parking.
Which is stupid.
Which is ridiculous.
Because I gave you guys my player's card.
Yeah.
And all you had to do was show it on the way out.
Oh, is that how that works?
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah.
Well, we paid $80 for parking for EDC. But
Yeah.
oh well.
Well, I got you the hotel room for free.
Yeah. See, we didn't have to pay all that.
Rooms
much.
were like $400 a night
It was crazy.
for EDC.
Which I think if I do EDC again, I want to do Camp EDC because that looks turn. Have you seen Camp EDC?
No, but I told Sienna when she booked it to get a camp spot and we'd bring the motorhome there.
No, you don't need the motorhome. Let me tell you about Camp EDC. So this is like
They set up tents.
yeah, and it's right outside of the thing. So you just walk outside and you got your little tent. and
I'd
then-
rather have a motorhome with a shower and a fridge.
What? No, because then there's a vibe.
And an air conditioner.
Nah, that's a vibe.
Dude, there's probably a vibe where the campsites are.
Is there? Let's see, Camp EDC RV park. How would we
I don't know, dude. What you just
RV
said?
parking?
Because
EDC?
they had RV spots.
Oh, never even seen this.
Yeah. I'd rather do that, man. I'm sure they have the same thing. There's probably people cornhole out. It's just like going to Stagecoach.
Yeah, but you got a lot more stuff.
Yeah, but you could bring all your shit, man.
Yeah, you got
You
a lot more
chair.
clutter.
Yeah, you could bring your alcohol in. You could bring your everything. You got your mini home.
Oh my god, look at that. I got lost in that. Oh my gosh, dude. When we left, me and Sienna left the festival, I was walking through the parking lot, and when I exited, I guess I went through the like other side of the stadium.
So you had to walk all the way around?
Yeah, I had to walk from one side of the stadium to the other, and it took me like 3 miles.
By yourself?
Yeah, because then I don't even know.
Where were they at? Already at the car?
Yeah. I was in the wrong place for a long time, so I had to walk.
Were they calling you?
There's no service at EDC.
So it's just like everybody
Cell phones do not exist.
You're like, all right, everybody meet at the car.
Right. And on
You
top
guys
of
should have
that,
took walkie-talkies. We have them.
yeah, no, I'm doing that this year.
That way you could just at least fucking, hey, where you at?
Yeah.
They'd work there.
Oh, absolutely. But when we entered EDC, within the first 5 minutes, I got lost.
Ham radios, to be exact.
Yeah, little walk at once. You keep interrupting me, so I keep losing my story. It's horrible. I got lost within the first 10 minutes of entering EDC. It was like, I don't know, 10. And wandered around all by myself to the front of the stages and just kind of did my thing. And I didn't see Sienna till 5 a.m. From 10 to 5, I was just wandering EDC.
Who'd you hang out with?
Me and a bunch of people around me. It was really fun. But I couldn't call Sienna, so I completely lost her.
Yeah, because once you so did you guys stay together the next day?
Yeah, we were shoulder to shoulder. We crushed it day 2, which I'm excited for Apocalypse.
What's that?
This is the rave I'm going to on November 25th. Not this. I guess here's the lineup.
Did you guys buy tickets? I don't know any of those people. Did you guys buy tickets already?
Yeah, we're going.
Who's going?
Me, Sienna, Stephanie is all I know of.
Hmm.
Oh, it's at the Queen Mary.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
that's where we went to that reggae festival.
Reggae Fest, Cali Vibes, 2019.
Yeah, to the Queen Mary.
I don't even know why they don't have pictures of the stage.
We pulled in with that restaurant, and that guy let us park.
What restaurant?
Do you remember? Like we pulled in the parking, and the VIP parking was all full. And the parking, they're like, you have to drive over to the convention center and take a shuttle in.
Yeah, no, we didn't do
and
that.
It was like way over there, and we pulled up to that restaurant. I asked the guy like, "Can I park here?" He's like, "For the event?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "No, you can't park here." I'm like, "Dude, I'll give you like freaking $50. Come on, man."
$50 for parking, but it was so close to the venue.
I might have given him 100. I think I should give him 100.
I don't think. Really?
I think it was 100 because parking was already like $40 or $50 to go park over at the convention center. I think it was already like $40 or $50.
So we planned on spending it, so we threw in the
extra 50.
Yeah.
And we were right there, like at the restaurant right outside the corner.
We got out of the car and walked maybe
5
7
minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were at the gate. Like we pulled in, told the dude, I'm like, dude, come on, man. I don't want to go park over there and take a shuttle over. I'll give you $100. He's like, you got $100? I'm like, yeah. He's like, dude, all right, check it out. It's that blue truck over there. That's my truck. Go ahead and park in front of it and block me in because I'm going to be here till late. And you'll be good. I'm like, you're not going to tow my shit? He's like, dude, I got you, man. That's my car. Like, I'm allowing you to block my car. You're cool. I'm like, all right, cool, thanks. We'll be out of here by like midnight. He's like, I'm here till 2. Because they had like a bar.
Yeah.
So I'm like, sweet, man, thanks. Gave him $100.
Perfect.
He opened up the gate. We went and parked, blocked his car in. And
had a great time at Cali Vibes.
Great time.
We saw Soja, Stick Figure, and Revolution because we got there kind of late. Missed the whole festival.
I saw Revolution.
Kind of
well, I saw who I wanted to see.
Yeah, no, I saw who I wanted to see. Now I want to go to a reggae festival because I know so many bands.
Like I did, like that was like a it's a reggae festival, but all during the day it's a bunch of like. I mean, Fortune Youth I think played and we missed them.
Yeah, and I'm
Which
sure
that sucks.
Probably like Tunnel Vision.
Why did we get there so late? What happened?
Maybe something with football.
I just know we got down there and it was dark and we
Maybe
parked.
work. I think we might have been working actually. I don't know.
That was fun.
It was a great time.
So you're going to Reno next week?
I am going to Reno. I don't know if I'm leaving Monday or Tuesday, but going to Reno to install whatever it is that I need to install, which I also need to wake up and work on tomorrow, apparently.
Yeah, we got to make 2 monument walls here that you're going to take with you. We're going to make those here in our shop here.
So I'm making my first monument?
Well, it's not really a monument. It's a monument, yeah. I guess so.
Dope.
Yeah, pretty simple. And then,
It's exciting.
okay, like
And then I get to go install it.
30 building IDs that need to go up on the buildings and they're electrical, so they light up.
Yeah, and it's going to be snowing.
That's what Eric said. And you know, it sucks because, like,
Water. Snow turns to water, which means your stuff doesn't stick to the side of a building.
well,
Or your silicone doesn't dry. There's a bunch of issues when water arises.
well, yeah, but
Let alone snow.
all of the unit IDs are covered where they go. And the building ranges, building numbers, mount with studs. You got to drill holes, and they have electrical. You got to hook up electrical because they have lights in them.
Oh.
So
So high risk to hit a light.
no, what do you mean?
Yeah, we're drilling through a wall and there's electrical.
The
on the other side.
electrical's already stubbed out.
Oh, okay.
So like the electrical's already out of the wall,
Uh-huh.
and then you just put the sign
Yeah.
up, pull it through, hook it up. The electrical will be off,
Yeah.
and then hook it up, piece of cake. And then
I'm sure it will be.
and then there's a sign that I built and put up there that you got to take the forms off because out of
The
concrete.
forearms.
We built a concrete. Remember when you did
Oh,
the?
yeah. You laid concrete, 2x4s, leveling, all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
Ew,
So
that's gross.
but we left the forms on because the concrete was still wet.
Is the forearms called the 2x4?
Yeah.
So we got to go take that 2x4?
They were
Got
like
it.
2x8s.
Okay.
Because when the form we did, it was like 80 bags of concrete.
That's a lot more than what I did.
Yeah, it was huge. It was probably like 14 inches thick, 4 foot by 4 foot.
That's huge.
And then I had a hole down the center that was a 2 foot diameter, 5 feet deep.
Impressive.
Yeah, it was a big hole.
Yeah, mine was very much just like 6 bags of Quickcrete,
Yeah.
mixing it in a barrel, throwing over the ledge,
Dude, we threw
smoothing it out,
like 60 bags of crete in the back of Eric's truck.
and just like swashed it.
Oh, it's like it didn't want to move. Didn't want to go anywhere. Too much weight. Too much weight for that little truck.
Truck is little, but the big trucks are dope.
Yeah. You guys are probably gonna have to take a big truck.
That's what Eric was saying. I think we're stealing Chewies.
Cause you guys are gonna take quite a bit of the building IDs. You got to take these monuments that I'm building here.
Yeah.
You got to take a lot of unit IDs. It's kind of a lot of work up there. So I think you guys need to get the truck loaded on Monday and leave Monday. So you could.
That would make sense to me.
That way you could work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and drive
come
home
back
Friday. Because if you drive
would
up
be
Tuesday, I think there's more work than just 2 days.
I think there's a lot of work.
Well, it's just the building ranges. When you put them up, you got a boom. So you got to drive the boom to the building, go up, do the work, come
Go
down,
down, move
drive it to
over.
the next building, go up, There's a bunch of shit on the ground that you got to maneuver around. So,
Sounds exciting. I actually love this line of work because you never know what you have to do.
man, I got cold again.
It's because you're sick.
I'm not sick.
You were.
I was. I'm not anymore.
You don't get just unsick in a day. You definitely still have diseases.
Monday, when you flew in, I felt a little scratchy. Tuesday, I felt a little itchy. Wednesday, I was sick.
Okay, that's valid. But you're definitely still sick.
No, I'm not.
No, you are.
I'm good.
No, you have illness.
Dude, if I could get in a Maverick and go mob to the lake bed and back and then go to dinner with your mom, I'm not sick.
I guess, yeah. Look at us being in good health.
I'm not in good health.
I think you're in good health.
I mean, if I was in good health, I'd be 40 pounds lighter.
I don't think that's what good health means, though.
Yeah, it does. I think I'm going to get a gym membership.
I was thinking about that too. Oh my gosh, we can record podcasts in the gym.
No. Well, because I haven't decided if I want to go. I think it's called IONS Fitness or something like that.
That's right. We can get a Vegas gym
or
membership, huh?
Las Vegas Athletics Club.
I've seen those. Those look
Huge.
big. Those look like 4 times the size of an LA Fitness.
Yeah, they're huge.
They're fat.
But fat
gym means a lot of people.
The days that I go with you to Vegas, I want to drop you off and then go to the gym.
Okay, yeah, no, for me it'd make more sense to get a gym membership out here. So when I come home, it's like, oh, go to the gym.
I mean, unless you want to go with me, we can go earlier to work.
I don't want to wake up at 2. That sounds horrible.
We can go after.
No, because I like the drive home, the relaxation, and then go. Like, I like going to work and then coming home. I have 2 different lives. I have work life and I have home life.
When I get into like gym, like when I get into a gym regiment, like when I do like fasting and salt water and
your
working
body
out,
works quick.
Yeah, but I like doing it in the morning. I'm a morning workout guy. I'd rather get up at 4, get to the gym, bust out a workout, shower at the gym, and leave by like 7, you know?
Yeah.
And like you're ready for the day. Like you're pumped, you've worked out, you're showered, you're fresh. You're ready to go.
You're clean.
You're ready to go fire at the day.
Yeah.
You know?
I like that.
I don't like doing gym at the end of the day cuz then like
but the only problem is we start work at like 5, which means we need to get there by
7.
That's right. I hate the time change. I hate the time change.
You start at 7. I don't start.
So I guess
I go whenever
we can get to Vegas.
I go when I want to go.
We can get to Vegas by 4.
Whenever. I mean 5.
Yeah.
But I just don't like getting up and going to work or working here or whatever my day consists of, whether it's yard work around the house or whatever, and then going to the gym in the afternoon. Because then it's like I feel like the day's over, I'm tired, I'm worn out, and it's like after a good workout, you're kind of energized. I feel like after a good workout, you're like
you want to go do like something else or something more.
You're pumped.
Yeah.
You're ready for the day. And I don't like doing that right before bed. You know?
No.
So, and if you get up, and the thing is, if you get up early and you work out early and you get that out of the way first thing in the day, you crush the rest of the day, it feels like. And then when you actually get home, 7:30,
very motivating.
7:30, 8 o'clock rolls around, you're actually tired. You want to go to bed. You're like, damn, is it 9 o'clock yet? I'm tired. I'm ready to go to bed.
Yeah.
Because, like, you've did everything, you've accomplished your day.
Yeah. You tackled it head on.
And if you could do a second workout in the afternoon, go for a run or something like that, great.
Yeah, cardio.
Which sucks. I hate cardio.
I hate cardio. It's like definitely my least favorite.
If I had the only type of cardio
I like stairs.
The only type of cardio I like is swimming.
Love swimming.
Like I could swim laps for forever. Like it works your whole body. You don't realize you're sweating because you just
it's all water.
It's all water. You're moving everything in your body, and it's just like swim, dude. You're kicking your legs, your arms, your full body motion.
You're breathing.
Yeah, breathing.
You are breathing.
Swimming is like, to me,
heart's working.
That's my, like when I was going to LA Fitness and working out in Elsinore, like I'd jump in the pool and swim laps.
I would do that while I was down there at the shop too.
Swimming laps was way better than running on a treadmill.
Yeah, no.
Running on a treadmill hurts your feet.
Not only that, but you feel like you're going nowhere.
Yeah, you can't breathe.
Like, why run on a treadmill when you could just run on land?
I feel like when you're on a treadmill or a bike or anything like that, you're like gasping, like not gasping for air, but you're just like, you can't get your breathing under control. Maybe that's my problem. But when you're swimming, you're timing your breaths.
You are. You have like a motion.
Like you can't, on a treadmill, you can huff and puff.
Yeah.
You,
there's unlimited oxygen.
Your
oxygen
but
is
when you're
limited
swimming,
when you're in
you
the water.
have to time it. You only have that opportunity when you come up for a breath, you know? You got to inhale and exhale and inhale and exhale. So you're forced timing.
Yeah.
With your breathing when you're swimming.
Yeah. I used to do this one called the like combat side stroke, CSS. It's very good for breathing because you spend most of your time under the water. Because
What's it called?
the combat side stroke.
I think I tried that on your mom once.
Not cool. Not cool at all. Oh my god. Yeah, no, that's so gross. You're a horrible person. Oh my god.
I had to say something funny.
So, I don't even want to talk about it anymore. That was horrible.
Not really. You know what we need is like one of those countdown timers.
What do you mean? Oh, like that shows us our time?
Like a
recording?
clock. Like a clock clicking down. You know, like the comedians or someone that has on a side stage? You know? Because, like, I think an hour is cool, but, like, an hour and 20 is long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we need to get our... This thing's cold.
We're at exactly an hour.
Because when we're just sitting here bullshitting, time flies.
It really does.
It doesn't feel like it's been an hour yet.
I honestly don't know anything that we talked about.
Because we talk about nothing, really.
No, we really do talk about nothing.
But you know what?
But
It's
us.
At least I didn't cap on your mom, so I won't get in trouble.
No, you capped on your mom.
When?
I guess you capped on me. Because that was so messed up. Not cool.
What are you going to do about it?
Nothing. I'm going to do absolutely nothing. I'm going to wake up tomorrow and have a better day than you. That's it.
Well, we got to take your mom to the airport tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we're going to go to a class on stock exchange.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for the whole stock exchange thing.
Learning how to invest.
Yeah.
We got a 3-day, 8-hour course. 3 days that are 8 hours long. I hope it's not boring.
I really hope it's not boring. I'm going to regret it so much if we go and it's so boring.
You're going to regret it?
Yep.
I'm the one that paid for it.
I'm just going to hate that I signed up for it.
But you know what? I mean...
Either way, I'll learn something.
If we can get out of it and understand and we can invest in, you know, the stock. Because, like, right now, if you're to say, oh, put $1,000 in the stock market. Like, okay, how?
Where? Yeah.
I bought a program. We're going to get trained on it. It's going to teach us, like,
how to read
it, how
how
to
to
understand it, how to follow it, when to invest, when to sell, when to buy, when to sell, when to buy. And it's like the you're not going to win the way it works is you're not going to
gambling.
Yes, but you're not going to win every time.
Stats.
Like, you're not going to win every time. You're going to buy and sell stock and you're going to lose, but what the goal is try to lose not as much as you win. You know what I mean? If you buy a stock for $53,
yeah,
and then you can sell it for $83, that's a win.
That's a huge win. Are you joking?
But if you could buy a stock for $53 and you got to get out of it because it's starting to tank, and you sell it at $51, you only lost $2.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's like knowing when to sell if it's going to start tanking or go in like a different direction.
But it also tanks sometimes and then shoots right back up. So it's a gamble.
Yeah, but I think
there's a way to, just like blackjack, you can kind of beat the system a little bit.
Like the way, because I did a brief overview of this already before we kind of like purchased it and decided to move forward with it. It's like, from what it looks like, is like you can look at a stock, and if you see like 3 improvements on it, then you buy it. And if it continues improving, whatever. Once you see it decline 3 times, you sell. But it's a program that tracks that and helps you. So you look at it every day, and it gives you indicators to say, hey, like this stock. Yeah. So if a stock is like running,
I think all those lines have names too.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
Yeah, no, they do.
But if a stock goes up and up and up 3 times, okay, buy. And if it keeps going up and it's going up and it's going up and it's going up, if it dips down once and then goes up and up and up, you don't you just because it went down once, you don't sell it.
Right.
Once it has 3 consistent down turns,
That's when you
that's when you want to sell it.
Yeah.
And then if it goes back to 3 consistent up moves, like whatever they call it,
Maybe
you want to buy it back.
Yeah.
So like when you see it trend up 3 ticks or whatever you want to call it, buy. And once you see it trend down,
Yeah.
it might trend up 3 times, boom, 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 and then trend back down 3 times, boom, boom, boom. And you're like, shit, I just bought this 5 days ago, and now I got to sell it at a negative $2 per share.
Yeah.
I just lost money,
Which is horrible.
But that's the stock market. So the goal is to be able to invest and have big wins, and you're going to have losses, but you want to have minimal, like small losses, smaller.
Yeah.
Every stock investor has losses.
I'm gonna have so many losses. You have no clue. I'm gonna put like a bunch of pennies on Disney. Just kidding.
Well, I mean, and then there's indicators that say, is it a good stock or is it a bad stock? Do you want to buy, like, what's the health of the company you're investing in?
Yeah, there's a lot you can like read about what you're investing in.
Well, you don't want to read. You just,
decide.
that's what this program's supposed to help with. It's like your indicators. You look at it and it's like it tells you the health of the company, and then you can make an educated decision on if you want to invest in it or not.
We're going to a school to help us make a better educated guess as to what stocks we should invest in. That's what
Pretty
we're
much,
doing.
if you follow the program to a T and you do what you're supposed to do,
You should be okay.
over the long term, you're going to be good. It's not a get rich quick.
No.
This is like a
Like I put $50 in it now, you might have $200 in a year.
no. This is like start an account with like 10 grand in it,
Oh, so I got to get rid of that boat. I got to get
and
rid
like
of that boat.
and we're investing, and like I'm gonna put the initial 10 grand in, and then we're gonna
Figure it out.
and see how it goes.
I'm excited for this.
Yeah, because, like, who knows? After the course of a year, if you can start with 10 grand and go an entire 365 days and have, like, a net profit of 4 grand, I'm happy.
Stoked.
Dude, I freaking invested in the stock market, and I bought and sold stock throughout the year. Hundreds of transactions,
Yeah.
and I made 4 grand. Cool. I'm excited.
What's next?
Well, and then you just,
Keep going.
you start investing more.
Yeah.
Constantly put it back in.
And you just hope that this housing market doesn't crash, because then Wall Street crashes.
Well, I mean,
I've heard a rumor.
Everything's gonna crash. Like, so,
Yeah.
I've been hearing that the market's gonna crash for the last 6 years.
I'm going to counteract that right now. So I just heard a rumor. Don't fact check me. But I believe that Wall Street is actually buying homes off of foreclosed houses to make sure that the property, like, real estate doesn't crash. I believe that Wall Street is buying the houses.
I believe Japan's buying all the houses so they can own America. There's so many things. I don't know.
So that's
But here's the thing:
rumor.
if Wall Street's buying houses, what are they doing? Renting them?
No,
They're creating a rental market.
Yeah, that's probably what they're doing. But I feel like it's just because there's so much money invested that they have so much and they can just keep going. There's no end for them.
I don't know. I mean, the real estate. That's another thing I want to get into. Like,
I'd love to get into some real estate.
Well, yeah, me too. Like, it's crazy. Like, I don't really think about it, but me and Mom, we have 2 houses and 3 properties, like 3 lots. That,
You're like a Monopoly player.
I'm not a Monopoly player. It's
No,
just
but
like
you got your first little house in Monopoly.
yeah. How do I get a hotel in that son of a bitch?
Right.
And it's like I want to get this place rented and get out of it,
Yeah.
and buy another one. And like I don't want to live. I don't.
That's how it works. You gotta buy 4 houses and then you can get your hotel.
Oh.
It's exactly how Monopoly works.
I no longer want to live in a house I own.
What do you mean by that?
I don't. Once we do what we need to do, because we're waiting for certain things to get done before
Right.
we can do this. I don't want to live in a house that I own.
Because
I'd rather rent. I want to keep buying houses that I can rent to people.
Okay. So I guess a good way to look at it would be investing in a lot of houses. You own them, you rent them to other people.
Yeah.
And they pay for your rent to just be able to rent wherever. That way you don't own it.
Well,
I feel like if you have so many houses, why not just stay in one of them?
because then you got to pay all the overhead for it.
Like what? Like electrical?
Yeah. So the house we have in Arizona costs $600 a month to have it to sit empty,
Okay.
and the house is paid for.
Yeah.
But that's what it costs. Like if you
like property taxes.
property taxes, electrical.
You got the little card that says pay for all your hotels.
Yeah. So like if you added up all of the bills that property requires and put them into like a 1 year and divided it by 12, it's $600 for Wi-Fi, electrical, gas, water, property
All that
taxes,
stuff.
insurance.
Now, if you rent from somebody else,
But if I take that
you
house,
were to rent from someone else, would it be free? Like, are they
it'd be
now
it'd be in the
paying that?
cost of the rental. So like I rent this house out and get $1,500 for it. So now I'm making $1,100 a month off that house,
Right.
and now I don't have to pay that $600. So now that's making money for me.
Got it.
And then same with this property, I can put it up for rent, and I don't have to cover the overhead, and I could just go rent a house wherever I want to be in an area where I want to invest at, and
The mountains.
I could buy another house. And I don't know how it works yet, like how you buy rental properties, but as long as the other two houses I own are rented by someone, they're not my primary house. I can go buy another house and make it my primary house and get that one rented. You know, and then Mom likes to move so much, it doesn't make sense for us to own a house.
No. Dude, we moved so much when we were younger. Like, 13 different houses, easily.
Well, I mean,
Like, we were in a new house every year. It was insane how many different places she
we
wanted
had
to move to.
Marina Valley.
Yeah, which I don't think...
You were
maybe I
born.
was
You were
in
born
it.
there
Yeah.
because we painted your room blue. I remember.
Yep.
So Marina Valley,
And then Big Rain.
Broncourt, and then we had second Broncourt.
Yep.
Because we had two houses on Broncourt.
Across the street.
And then we had the
Golf course.
the golf course,
Yeah.
which was across the other community.
Golf
In
course to
Canyon Lake.
Smugglers.
And then from the golf course, we went to Smugglers.
And that house was the best house we've ever rented.
I think so. And then from Smugglers, we went to Skippers.
Mm-hmm.
From Skippers, we went to Happy Hunter.
Yep.
Happy Hunter, we went to the motorhome and traveled.
That was dope.
Right?
37 different states.
In a
We should
year.
talk about those stories, too.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
So, and then from that, we came back and we did Sprucewood.
Yeah. But we also lived in that little RV park.
But that's the motorhome.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
It's the motorhome.
Mm-hmm.
And then we did Sprucewood.
Yeah.
And then for Sprucewood, we did Broncourt again.
Back to Bronx.
Three houses on Broncourt.
And then to Pahrump.
And then from Broncourt to
Pahrump.
here.
Padump.
So that's 10 homes. How old are you?
19.
So
do
you it's less than 2 years.
Yeah.
If you were to look at an average,
It's like every 1.8 years I move.
yeah. That's crazy.
Wow.
How many times did Ryder move?
None.
Right?
Homeboy's been in that house since he was born. That's crazy. I always wondered how I would turn out if I had that kind of growing up.
You know,
Like, if I had a home.
I
know?
I don't know. Like,
I enjoy that we moved. I feel like it made me get to see the world a lot more.
I enjoy that we moved. It let you experience a lot. I look at experience as experience.
Right.
We've lived in 2 stories. We've lived in single stories. We've lived on the water. We've lived off the water.
I know what's cool. I know what's not cool.
We've lived in trailers. We've lived in stick builds. Like,
I still live in a trailer.
Like, we've lived in nice 2-story houses with a pool on the water, with a dock,
And a little boat ramp for that dock.
Yeah, like, we've had cool houses, we've had shitty houses.
Yeah.
So we got an experience.
We got the best of both worlds.
I call that experience. If you just stay in one house, I get the staying in one house the whole life, but it's like you don't really have a lot of experience with houses.
No.
I mean,
I've enjoyed that. I enjoy setting up a new room.
That's why I know how to do so much construction.
Because you always
every time we moved, it's like
fix stuff.
Fuck, man! I take the popcorn off the ceiling of this house.
Yeah.
So like, I like new places.
I like new places too. I just don't like them as much as you because I don't tear them apart and then make them so much better.
But that's why I don't mind going out and buying a $50,000 piece of shit house and putting money into it and then turning it into a rental.
Because you know how to do it.
Like my next thing is I want to buy a house
And
fix it up.
Like I'm doing with my boat.
And instead of renting it, I want to sell it and carry paperwork for that individual and give them an interest rate and give someone the opportunity to buy a house without getting a lender.
Oh.
I'll be their lender. You know?
Yeah.
And now I'm making money. The whole thing is, how do you make money with your money? So if I can get someone into a house and get 6% interest, 8% interest,
Now
it's like,
they're
hey,
giving you an extra $300 on top of rent.
I'll sell you this house for 80 grand. You know, give me 5% down, 10% down. I need $8,000, and I'll give you 8% interest rate, and I'll give you 10 years, amortize it for 30, and then I'm making 8% on my $80,000.
Mm-hmm.
And if they default on the loan, kick them out.
Right.
Which I don't plan on that. I don't want to be. That's worst case. But it's protected. The property's mine.
Yeah.
You know. But my goal is to try to buy a house, fix it up.
It's almost like renting it to somebody, but you own it, so you're kind of just like making a deal with them.
Well,
kind of thing.
It's making it to where I can turn a profit so I can continue to do it. But my goal is to help people buy houses.
Yeah.
Help people into homeownership.
Mm-hmm.
They can't afford to buy a home.
That makes a lot of sense.
I think it makes good sense.
That makes really good sense.
I think it's like a really
it's almost like starting your own real estate company, but it's super low. Like it's affordable, good living.
I guess, I don't know.
Like you're selling the house. Yeah, you're selling the house.
You're supposed to, I mean, like we were talking about before, like what do you, like how you, I don't know, like what do you want to do in life? I guess helping people is what we're here to do.
Right.
Like I want to try to help people.
Mm-hmm.
And if I can help people become homeowners,
Let's
you
help
know,
people become
and putting
homeowners.
them in a nice home.
Yeah.
Not buying a dump and just renting
Leaving
someone
it a dump and
or
then
just
asking
renting
for money.
renting someone a dump.
Yeah.
Like, no, let me fix it up, let me make it look nice. Let me, you know,
Let me give it a home vibe to it.
yeah, and then find a family that can use it
That needs it.
and help them purchase it and
Yeah.
make it theirs.
Mm-hmm. That'd be really good.
Yeah,
It's a good little community, human person thing.
that's my idea.
It's a great idea,
Well, it's
Dad.
not my idea. It's what I want to do.
So it's your idea.
Huh?
It's your idea.
I guess.
If you want to do it.
There's probably people doing it.
I'm sure, yeah. But,
Ouch.
sorry.
All right, well, if we had an hour, probably an hour 20 now.
Definitely. I'm tired.
All right, cool. I don't know what we talked about, but I'm sure we talked about something.
Yeah, I honestly wasn't really listening the whole time.
Oh. Why?
I did my best, but I'm tired.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm going to bed.
Me too.
We got to get up early.
Yeah, we have to take Mom to the airport. Ugh.
I mean, it's
Shouldn't
no
be too
different.
bad.
You would have to get up and go to work. So at least you don't have to go to work.
I guess that's true. I'm going to the same place.
All right. Well,
All right.
see you later.
Night, everybody.